This is my DX Commander 80 meter base loaded coil antenna, single wire using DX10 wire from the DX Commander, same wire they build the antennas with, all the way up to the top and coming back down. And as I come up to the antenna here, I measured 24 and a quarter microhenries on this coil former using a 3.5 inch diameter PVC former. And as you can see, the wires are attached on it. I have four ground plane wires at the base. Each wire is 10 meters exactly. 10 meters. So 40 meters of ground plane wire on the ground. And the driven element is measured for the 40 meter band. The coil is turning it into a 80 meter antenna. And so that being said, I think my inductance is a little bit high still for the 80 meter band. This is the second coil I've made. Anyway, back to the drawing board. Okay, this was the first coil I made right here. It originally had 29.8 microhenries, which was way too much for this particular antenna design. Right now, I'm measuring 21.6 after removing some length of the wire off. You see I've removed some of that wire off, and it's just dangling there. So I wanted to be sure that I get less than what I actually have outside, which was 24.25 or 0.24 microhenries. And I'm right now at 21.6. Now, if I roll this over, if I roll this coil up and bring it in bring over a little bit more, I raise the inductance. More inductance or less. Okay, so I'm right about 22 on that, and I can raise it up by adding more wire going around the coil base. But inductance, when it comes to making a coil, you have to be very careful, because what I initially did was I used the wrong data. I used the wrong wire size, and that gave me garbage in, garbage out. And instead of having, I had 30 microhenries listed, thereabout, and 29 turns or something like that, negative. That's incorrect, because I was using the wrong values. So the value of this coil was made incorrectly.
Dad,
Following the Coil 64 version 2, one single layer coil with round wire. The input should be set at 3.75 megahertz for the 80 meter band. That's in the center of the band. It should be 23.262 microhenries. I'm measuring over 24 outside with it fully assembled. So I'm a little high, but I'm still kind of within the band, but my SWR is high. The number of turns was 19.4 turns, roughly just 19 and a half turns. The length of wire was 5.59 meters. And each of the wires are separated by 5 millimeters using the DX10 wire. This is just all the other information down here is really not important. Self-capacitance and all that. I'm more concerned about how many turns and what the actual inductance is and what the resonant frequency is going to be once I put it on the antenna outside. So this is important to note, that if you follow the same data, you have the antenna loading calculation right there. I have a note to myself: wire diameter side conversion, solid copper magnet wire. This is an example, not what it is. And it says the coil inductance should be, for using that magnet wire, is at 0.65 65 thousandths of an inch. That's 1.651 millimeters. Loading coil inductance would be 21. So it gives you a range. So right at 21, I should be okay. But this, we're using the DX10 wire, which has a different type of insulation and everything around it. So the inductance is 23.262. DX10 wire with the insulation equals 2.413 millimeter. All my other data that I posted previously is invalid. As you can see from my notes here, it's because I used the wrong wire diameter here, wire insulation diameter. That was invalid. Number of turns for the coil led me to do 24 on this particular coil that I'm taking apart. But now it's I'm redesigning this so that it can resonate properly on the 80 meter band. Anyway, this is KD5 SMF. Thank you for watching, and if you like the content, please subscribe. And hope to have some more videos about this soon. Hey, 73s, KD5 SMF clear.